Hello, and welcome to another edition of Delta Media Group's Tech Tuesday. Today, I have got another new feature for you. So, we've been kind of hitting a new feature each week, sometimes brand new stuff, sometimes going back over how to use the old stuff. But today, something brand new. And it's kind of cool. I like it. So, into the DeltaNet we go. This feature in particular is the Open House Availability Platform. I don't know if that's the official name, but that's what I'm calling it. What it does is it allows you to go to your listings and set time periods during which that particular listing will be available to host an open house. And then all the other agents in the company can see that it's available during that time, and they can send you a request to host your open house, is kind of the idea behind this. So to show you what it looks like and how to do it, here I am in the DeltaNet on the welcome page that you will hit when you first log in. And I'm going to use this account, so we'll go down here to Listings, Active Listings, and let's go with this 867 South Boulevard. So I'm going to click on what would normally be the MLS number of the listing, but because this is a pocket listing, in fact, let me go back and do it again. Right here is what would normally be the MLS number, but because I entered this listing manually, we'll click there. That's why it's not a regular MLS number. And here we are on the kind of listing profile page in the DeltaNet. And I'm going to scroll down here to Open Houses. There we are. So this is how I could add an open house to this listing, assuming we're not already getting open house data from the MLS. In this case, obviously we're not, because the listing didn't come from the MLS. And here we can set open house availability. So I'll go ahead and click on the start date, and let's say the weekend of the 3rd, Super Bowl weekend. This listing is available for an open house, and I'm not going to host it because I'm watching the Super Bowl. So it's available on the 3rd and the 4th of February. And now I'm going to click Add Open House Availability. And there we are. So if I wanted to add another weekend to this, I could refresh this page, and that would bring the interface back up, and I could submit another date range. But in this case, we have it in there. So now I'm going to switch over to a different agent here. So let's say that I am now Demo 1. So I log into this agent, just log into my account, and I'll go to my home and welcome page, and the welcome page being kind of the hub of everything in the DeltaNet, just a quick place that you can see all of the, usually the most important information or the most pertinent information, like your leads you can see are down there, your unprocessed leads. But as I scroll down this page, go all the way down here to the bottom, we have available open houses. So from this interface, I can see all of the open houses that any other agent in the company has made available to host. And here's our start date and end date, and down here is that 867 South Boulevard. So I can see that that listing is available for an open house on Super Bowl weekend. Well, let's say that Demo 1 is not going to watch the Super Bowl. I don't know why, but they're not going to watch it. So they're willing to accept this open house. So we'll click on Accept Open House. It will default to this information, and we have in here, please specify desired date and time. Since there's a whole weekend range, I can say available to host this open house on February, we'll do it right during the Super Bowl, 4th at, maybe just leading up to the Super Bowl, from 1 to 3 p.m. There we go. So now I'll just click Accept, and what that's done is it's put a yellow check mark here noting that that is pending. So I'm the agent that wanted to accept this open house. My request to accept it is still pending, so that's why this is yellow, and you can see pending acceptance when I roll over it. And what it's done is it's also sent an email to the listing agent. So now, if I am the listing agent, I will have just received an email, and I will be able to see that that agent has requested to host my open house. And then if I go into the DeltaNet and say I want to accept their offer, I'll go down to Listings and Active Listings and back to my 867 South Boulevard. We'll click on the MLS number again. And as I scroll back down to Open Houses, there we go. So we'll see that this is the open house availability, so this is the one I made available. I can see that the hosting agent is the person who sent in the request to host it, And if I want to decline their offer, I can hit decline, and then this listing will be available for hosting again. If I accept, that'll turn that check mark green, and it will indicate to that agent that I've accepted their offer to host the open house. And then lastly, if I decided that I no longer want to have an open house, or maybe the owner no longer wants to have an open house that weekend, maybe they'll be in their house watching the Super Bowl, I can click delete availability, and then that will completely remove this from the list. So in this case, I will click accept, and we'll confirm it. And there we go. So I've accepted it. I can still delete it if I wanted to, if something changed and it became unavailable that weekend. But if I go back to the other agent, go back to the welcome page and scroll back down to that open houses interface, you can see that that check mark has now turned green, indicating that it's been accepted and I'm all set to host that open house. So it is a nice feature. It's an easy way to get your open houses out there so they're available and visible to all the other agents in the company, so that, you know, if you have one that's ready to host and you can't host it that weekend, it makes a real easy way to work back and forth with it. The only thing that you have to do is really, when you get that email, is make sure that you coordinate that time with the agent directly. And then once you have your time coordinated and accept it, everybody is ready to go. All right, so as always, thank you very much for joining me this week. If you have any questions or concerns about this video or anything else, or any suggestions for any new videos, feel free to comment on this video, send an email to support@deltagroup.com, or give us a call, and we will be happy to answer any of your questions. So, thanks a lot for joining me this week, and I will see you again next week.